Welcome back, everybody, or welcome if you are new. Today we're in the dirt street stocks here at the dirt track of Charlotte. Ran an okay time in practice. It's fast for what I was running, at least in my practice before and everything, so hopefully we can keep that speed up. But they are running a lot faster than me, down to a low 8, and I don't know how the hell he got down there, so that's very impressive. Very confusing to me overall. So hopefully we could try to find some speed here in qualifying, maybe figure something out here, because I honestly have no clue how he ran a low 8, to be honest. Because I looked back at his lap and he ran the bottom, but I don't know if like he let off or anything like that. Just getting down there and staying down there, probably. Just try not to get too sideways. I'm kind of shocked I am car 3 out of 10 here. That's really nice for me, but I'm really shocked by it. Ran an 819, kind of figured it out. Let off a little bit, stay right on the bottom. Cool. Sounds good. Track's definitely gonna get super worn out through the race as well, like the heats and everything. Getting to the feature race, there'll be 2 heats of 5, I think, unless they're gonna throw all of us in one. That would be fine too. 966 in the second lap, not super fast there, but first lap's definitely gonna be your quicker one, getting the run in for the lap. But I'm happy we kind of figured it out. Just ran the bottom, let off a little bit, so we still have Elliott to go, Joshua to go as well, and the number 1 car. Actually, the number 1 car is not here, so he's going to lose a lot of iRating if he doesn't join in here before the feature race, which is unfortunate for him. But Christopher will probably be very fast. Yep, he ran a 7.5. Wow, he is flying. So he's going to be a tough one to try to keep up with this race. And I'll bring you guys back and get ready to take the green in the heat races. Alright, since there's only 10 of us, they threw us all in the same heat, which is great. We're only going to have 1 heat to go through and then straight to the feature. Should be a pretty short video overall then. Don't have to watch another heat race or a consig. That's really nice, going from the 8 laps here into, I think, the 25 lap feature race. Hopefully we can do pretty well. Finish top 2, 3 at worst, maybe. Because Joshua has been pretty fast as well. He ran an 8 there in qualifying. Us starting on the outside is going to be a little tough. Hopefully we can get a good enough jump to stay ahead of him. But he's going to be right behind the leader. Excuse me. Freaking tired still. Woke up early today. But hopefully we can have a pretty good race here. Don't know who we're waiting on to get in. There we go. Let's get rolling with this heat race, because we're going to have to do it again for the feature. And hopefully the feature's pretty clean, because there are cautions, but hopefully it can stay pretty clean overall. Think I want to do the start and stuff in 4th gear like normal, just because don't want to have to shift. Because shifting just takes a while in these cars, so it kind of slows you down on the straightaway. Actually, you're really slow pacing here, so I might just have to do 3rd gear. I'll just experiment here. 3rd gear here. See how it goes. Because I want to try to keep up that speed, but usually shifting down the straight is really slow. So we'll see how it works out. Just have to try to get a good jump with Christopher to our inside. Sounds like he's in 2nd, maybe, honestly. He sounds in a lower gear than me.
Looking forward to having a lot of fun. Got a great crowd, great weather.
But hopefully we can have a good run. And now that NASCAR is over with, like, iRacing is really the only thing to keep us going right now. Oh yeah, he sounds like he's shifted to 3rd now. Alright, let's try to have a good race. A good heat race, at least. Joshua had a really good jump. He is to our inside, so I can give him the room there. Try to keep this middle lane, keep the speed on the exit, because it is going to be tough to pass on the inside. That is one thing about this track. You can kind of pinch them down enough to where you can get the run just a little bit higher than them. Because if you can't go all the way out to the wall, you're going to be a little bit slower. So the outside's not the worst thing, honestly. trying to keep him back, Christopher is getting so close to that inside tire.
18.8.
Like dangerously close down there. So if he hits that, we have to be quick on moving. Joshua's running a little bit higher of a line now. I think the bottom's still the fastest if you don't have anybody to your outside is the thing. I don't think like the outside lane's necessarily faster. You can just pinch somebody down to make it hard to pass. But that third gear start didn't go too bad, honestly. Christopher got a little bit of a lead and slowly is pulling away, it seems like. He's like tapping the wall every straightaway. Oh my god, he's so close to that tire. He is so tight to that tire. He may hit that in the feature if he keeps it up. But the grip's gonna slowly go away through the feature down here as well. And that middle lane with all that grip is gonna start coming in a decent bit.
18.943.
But I do not want Joshua getting to our outside here. He's been running this middle lane in 3 and 4. So I just don't need to get him to my outside. Coming up to 2 laps to go, we are catching Christopher slightly.
18.873. 2 more.
Might be able to get to his outside if we get a good enough run. I don't know, he's starting to run that higher lane now too.
Coming to the white
Because he was
flag,
very
good
fast
time.
on a very clean track. But we're starting to catch him now when the track's starting to slick off with this grip up here. We're running a little bit better than he is, it seems like. He's gonna go low, try to protect that. I'm gonna try to get the run off of turn 4 here. This should be a fun feature because me, Joshua, Christopher, all pretty tight there. Says we 1.55, not bad, so it was pretty tight for the most part.
That was
Good
good.
race.
That was good.
Now we got to do it for 25 more laps. That was pretty good heat race. We were a little bit ahead of a 4th and stuff, but actually where was 4th? No, it was kind of messed up there, but gridding up, starting 2nd here in the feature, which is great. Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
But it looks like you're going to be lining up on the outside. So
Hopefully we can keep
no,
that
close,
up.
Close.
Get a good jump like we did in the heat race and try to hold off Joshua because he was running very well there too. But we were catching Christopher there once the track started slicking off and that grip was in the middle. So this is going to be an interesting feature race. Hopefully we can get that speed on him like we were and try to get to his outside. I don't think we'll be able to throw a slider very well, but we will see what happens. But only 25 laps here. There are cautions, but it seemed like everybody kept it real clean. Hopefully it stays that way. Because I don't want to be driving around under caution when there's only 9 of us in here. Like, that would be pointless. But we'll see how this feature race goes. If I can get a good enough jump to stay on the outside of Christopher going in turn 1, that would be amazing, but I don't see that happening is the thing. Because I do think he was doing his restart in 3rd gear as well. Joshua might have been in 3rd gear as well, I'm not sure. Maybe 4th, because he did kind of catch us down the straight. He just kind of timed it really well, maybe.
Let's do it.
Or I don't know if he was in 2nd, got like a big
jump.
jump, and then shifted really fast, and it worked for him. I don't know. But I do think 3rd is kind of working here for the most part. Because you're just like so slow in 4th.
You ready here, buddy? I'm on it.
Alright, we need to try to time this as well as we can.
Pace cars off. Be ready.
He shifted up to 4th. Wow, we timed that perfect. Think I was a little late on my shift, but we literally timed that perfect. There's not much grip up here right now. He's gonna get clear of us.
Outside.
Gonna try to go to his inside.
Clear outside.
Throw a slider up the track. Oh, he hit the tire, or he got into somebody. Oh my goodness. What happened? I don't know if like he got sideways trying to throw the crossover on us, but he got spun or hit the tire at the bottom. I don't know what happened. We got the lead.
We raced too good in the heat race, but it's been intentional. I'm not sure what happened.
Yeah, I have no clue what happened there. That was nuts, but we gotta wait for the pace car to come by, so I'm checking up for that. But we got the lead somehow. That's nice. We timed that start literally perfect. Like, the moment he was going, we were on the gas, so that was picture perfect, as good as it could have been. I am shocked by that. And honestly, now that we have the lead, I think I could just be in 4th gear and be fine for the start, because everything's single file anyways. That's massive, though. As Gavin would say, monumental. But that was huge altogether, because Christopher might have some big damage also. Who knows? But I could have timed that better. Because I threw a slider in the 3, was way clear, and it looked like he got sideways to go do the crossover on us. And don't know if he just got too sideways or there was a car low on him going in the corner when he went to go do the crossover. I'm not sure. We'll look back in the replay afterwards and see what happened. Because that was huge. I saw it just happening in my mirror, and I don't know what happened. Don't know if Joshua has some damage now, potentially.
Have a great day. All right, man, let's get ready. Go get this.
But let's try to have a good race here. Get it going. Got a really good jump there. And that's why I wanted to stay in 4th too, since I was out front. I didn't have to worry about that.
Well done, my man.
And this grip in the middle needs to get built up quick again, so we have some grip. Because there's not a whole lot of it. I'm going to try to just get the car thrown in sideways and get it down to the bottom straight. Like, have like a weird arc in here to where you go high to low.
18.91.
Grip's already kind of building up in 1 and 2 right there. Let off slightly so I don't get too sideways going through that slick portion in the front of the corners.
18.9.
Yeah, there's already a little bit of grip being built up right here. You just got to try to keep your car as straight as possible. But I was not expecting that by any means. Like a big wreck in the first lap with the leader. That was the fastest in qualifying and good in the heat race as well. Ran a 911 there. Nice. I'm imagining Christopher will work his way back through the field some, but I don't know how much damage he got also. He might have gotten some pretty bad damage. Yeah, he's still not even in the top 7 yet, so he might have gotten some really bad damage on his car, which is really unfortunate for him, because we were going to have a pretty fun race up front with him. Now we just got to try to hold off Joshua behind us, which he's running pretty well right now. But I don't want to throw like a slider line or anything and slow ourselves up for the exits. I want to try to keep up the momentum for the straights. It's like Joshua's running a little bit lower, catching us on entry, but I feel like I'm pulling back off on exit right now, running the higher line.
18.9.
Just have to not run too high, where there's like so much marbles built up there, it's not fast. And you're just kind of just sliding up there. You want to just be on the edge of the grip down here. They're battling a little bit behind us, not really side by side, but pretty tight to each other.
969.
But we got the lead. We're car number 3 too, which is huge for iRacing. I did run a second ARCA race, like off recording or anything, and I won it just for fun because I knew we were really fast there last week when it was the first time slot, and I wanted to see if I can get a win. And I ran it on like Sunday morning, I think it was, for fun. And there was, I forgot how many people were in the race, like in my split. I think there was 14 in my split, maybe 12 in my split, and I lapped everybody but second. There was 12 people because I was 14 seconds ahead of second place. That's where I got the 14 from. I was 14 seconds ahead of second, lapped everybody else at least once. I think 7th on back was 3 laps down or more.
19.1.
So we were very fast in the ARCA. I wish the first split went a little bit better for us, where we didn't get spun around, but it is what it is. It happens. But with the time change that happened over the weekend, everything has changed. Ooh, they're getting together behind me. everything has changed. So like instead of 8 p.m. Eastern, all the races change to the next week. It's now 7 p.m. Eastern. So I can get the ARCA race done earlier and stuff, which is really nice. And then everything that was on the even hours, like these dirt street stocks, are now on the odd hour times. So if you plan on doing races like this week everything just changed, be ready for that time change. If you're like, why isn't this running at this time? It's running at a different hour. That's why. It's the daylight savings effect. It always messes me up for a little while, because it always makes me question things like, is this supposed to be on this hour, or when is everything changing over on Monday? But everything has basically rolled back an hour. So if you plan on doing races, just plan accordingly with the time change on that. But we have a 1.5 second lead now because they all started battling each other and getting into one another. So I'm kind of just chilling up here right now. Mike Watt has gotten into 2nd. Joshua's fell back to 4th. I think he got hit in the rear and almost got spun but saved it. But Mike and Bryce are battling now. Trying to find like what the fastest lane is at the moment. Just messing around. Not messing around, but like trying different lines. That's probably not very fast. Oh, they're still getting into each other behind me though, so they're still losing time. 19.2. That wasn't a bad lap overall. I think a little bit lower in 1 and 2 is faster at the moment. I don't think that very outside lane is super fast yet. And then this is just outside the slick, so that actually felt pretty decent. But 1 and 2, it's like it gets up into those marbles I was talking about. So I kind of go up high, get it a little bit lower down here, so I'm not up in the marbles mid corner. And then 3 and 4, it felt pretty good up here because it's on the outside of the slick the entire way around. So it's pretty good. But we're kind of running away with this at the moment. Yeah, that was much better time. Trying to lower line into turn 1, kind of sliding up on the exit. Gonna keep that same line in 3 and 4. Kind of trial and error for turn 1 right now. And they're throwing sliders behind me. I just hope none of them wreck. 19.2. Oh, we got real sideways there. That was a little bit faster though. Christopher has gotten back up to 6, so yeah, he's definitely hurting though, because he's 6 seconds back. His car is very damaged. That's unfortunate for him. Very fortunate for me. I just hope they don't wreck behind me. I see them in my mirror. They're like 2 or 3 wide. 19.2. Really battling back there. I just need to get to the white flag as fast as possible. Really, we get a huge lead off the start anyways, so unless they time it really well. But Mike is out in 2nd now. He's that yellow car back there. Now Bryce is back in front of him. Joshua's still right on them. They are battling it out really hard right now. But I do not want to see the caution flag. Let me get around one more time for that white flag, please. Just need to get there. Yeah, we're running constantly like 19.2s. So like that lower line in turn 1, not what I just did there, but lower line in turn 1 is a lot better. Oh, ran too high there in 3 and 4. White flag's in the air. Can we get to the line? We do. Perfect. Okay, we got this in the bag. Let's go. I'm really happy because we're car number 3. Car number 1 didn't even race, so he's gonna lose a ton of iRating, which is unfortunate for him. Don't know if he like didn't mean to register or he registered and didn't withdraw in time. That's unfortunate for him. But we come home with victory. Let's go. Christopher got... He was actually catching us.
Well done, buddy.
Christopher is actually catching us, to be honest.
Yeah, boring race.
Big crew.
Good win, Austin.
Way to pull it together there, guys. Good work.
Thanks.
Proud of you all.
Yeah, it was kind of a boring race up front. They were kind of going crazy behind me. But we could do some burnouts in this car.
Now we need to get those fuel numbers, guys, so we can see where we're at.
That was a lot of fun, though. Christopher definitely was catching us, though. He was 6 seconds back with like 5 laps to go or something, and then he caught us a few tenths. So he definitely was still quick, but he just had some damage, I think, and trying to get around people was tough. I do like winning in these street stocks on dirt because you can actually do a burnout with them, which is a lot of fun. Most dirt cars, you really can't do a burnout very well, but I want to go back and watch some of that battle they had behind me. I want to go back to the very first lap, see what happened. Because look, we had a perfect start. I hit the gas the second. As soon as... I think I hit the gas, literally perfect timing with him, and that was great. I think he might have been in 4th gear, so he kind of pulled away a little bit there with the non-shifting, but I went high, he went low, he cleared us there. I got a huge run off of turn 2, and I want to see what happened here. He goes... oh, he checked up. That's what made them catch him so hard, because I saw him get super sideways. I don't know if he meant to hit the brake that hard, because it like completely stopped his left front wheel and it just really rotated him around too much. If he would have like let it roll a little bit more instead of hitting the brakes, because you can see the whole front end dip, like right there. You see the front end like go down, and then the 5 car is just in his slide at that point and then got into him, and he goes straight into that tire, which is unfortunate. Definitely a lot of front end damage, so he probably was a little bit slow, maybe a little bit of engine damage there, but solid race overall for us. We got lucky with all that, but let's go towards the end of this race where these guys were battling really hard. I think this is where he's trying to get by. Oh, this is him and Mike. Where did they get by Josh, though? Because they were 3 wide here. They were battling super tight for a while. Like, they were all on top of each other. Like, they were not very far behind me at this point. Because the 84 goes super high, gets a huge run down to the bottom. They're going 3 wide into turn 1, keeping it clean for now. I think one of them got hit. I think Joshua got hit at some point and got super sideways. I don't know what happened, but I want to see all this because they were battling super tight here. They're getting together up top a little bit. Joshua falls back to 4th from all that. He goes down super low. They keep battling, and this is what really started making a get away from them. They were just battling super hard. Bryce here on the inside and Mike on the outside. I'm pretty sure somebody got hit and almost spun though, right? I thought at one point that happened. They hit slightly there. They were just running so tight to each other, like nobody could get like a good enough run. Mike up top had the best seat for it because he was running the top lane. Bryce had to throw a slider right there to get by him. Oh, he got tapped a little bit when he tried to cross over. It didn't go low enough to try to really cross him over. He could have had a good run up the middle. He gets down there, hits. Joshua's throwing a slider. Mike checks up a little bit. They're still 3 wide. This is crazy racing back here. Like this was a great battle behind me. My race was pretty boring up front, but they had a hell of a race back here. And Bryce has the outside lane, which is the preferred lane at this point. And he throws a... nope, no, not a slider yet. Going into the final lap here. Is he going to throw a slider last corner? Anyone? He might throw a deep slider or just try to keep the bottom. He's trying to keep the bottom rolling. And Bryce is going to just get him at the line. Or a little bit before the line. But great race behind us. That was crazy. So... we got the win. It was pretty boring for us, but they had a hell of a battle behind me, and we just got real lucky with Christopher getting in the wreck lap 1. We just had a great jump and was able to throw a slider on him turn 3, and he just checked up weird, and everybody behind him was just flying up and got in a wreck, unfortunately. So it is what it is. We get the win, though. Being car 3, we're going to gain a decent amount of iRacing, so let's go see what we end up getting. All right, results in. Strength of field was only just under 2K, but we were car number 3, shockingly. Only split that was running at this time. There was 10 of us. Car number 1 did not race. He is a pro license, too. I don't recognize the name, so that's kind of crazy. He lost a ton of iRating. Don't know if he's trying to tank it or what, but he is really low on his safety, so he kind of needs to get that up before he gets under a 1.0, because that's a struggle right there. But we didn't have the fast lap of the race. Joshua did. He was very quick there. Chris definitely had some damage, it seems like, but he was catching us there towards the end. He was very fast, but we get the win, gained 45 iRating. That is awesome. Mid 4100s, very happy about that. Getting some of our safety back, trying to get back up to 499. We lead all the laps, and that lap 1 wreck changed the whole race for us. So we got lucky there. Would have had a really fun battle with Christopher there, and probably Joshua for a while, and then Bryce and Mike were flying there at the end as well, battling with each other. That's what just pulled me away. They were battling so tough, and there was nowhere for anyone to really go. So And this is why the strength of field was so low. 10 car is at 550 I rating, 802 for the 9 car. Like, nothing wrong with that. You have to start somewhere, but that's what hurt the strength of field because it was the only split. So it is what it is. Hopefully they learned a little bit off the race. Maybe they can go back, watch some of us that were up front running, because that's what I usually do when I'm struggling in a practice or something with a track. I'll go to the fast guy in the lobby and just kind of ride on board and try to figure out what they're doing for the most part. So interesting. The number 1 car didn't run though with him having a pro license. I don't even know who it is. Don't know if I should or not, but I only know a couple pro guys anyways, not many of them. So it's not like a harp on him or anything. I just don't know many of them. So appreciate you guys for watching as always. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the race nonetheless, even though it was kind of boring for me. It was real exciting behind me. So wish we were kind of back in that battle, but I'm happy we got the win, gained a decent amount of I rating. So we'll move on to the next week with all the daylight saving stuff. So I'll catch you guys in the next one.